is waiting in the stream. Again, I apologize. I understand that this is Monza, Yort, and I'm going to. So hopefully everything will get taken care of here in this race. Again, I apologize to everybody else. Looks like we will be out. Andrew Cooper, he is having issues with his connection. What a shame there. You know, hopefully everything works out for him in this championship fight here, as he was sitting pretty well in the overall championship fight. But the question is, does Tuda have what it takes? Does Artem have what it takes? Does Farmer have what it takes to take this battle here as we work our way on the back stretch here? If yes, we are back. You know, but here I'm to give you guys the best broadcast possible. With an hour left, we have 7:42 p.m. It is almost nighttime here at Monza to see how things battle out as the drivers approach the Parabolica as we get going. I've already informed the drivers this is the only restart that we are doing here in the race. And here we go. Around the bend. The tires are cold, the pressures are cold. I know the drivers are probably a little upset and pissed and a little furious, but let's see what they can do here as they approach the Parabolica and onto the main straight. It's going to be a nighttime race. What can they do? All here, the lights are on. Everybody's hyped up. Let's see how they can do at the start of this race. And we have... green, and we are away to go. Tuda gets a nice push. Farmer just dropped back. He gets wrapped up. Looks like he's pretty much given up on this race as we go through here. Where is Farmer? He's going to allow Kimball through AJ Silva through. A lot of these drivers are spacing out. Farmer's going to try to send it in a little deep as we go through down into turn one. Everything's looking super clean as they go through. Farmer's back end breaks out as the drivers down in the grid order are making it through. Looking at super clean for everybody else as we go through. This is what I want to see, as it looks like Lane Zander has made his way past Tuda. So now Lane Zander's leading the race, I presume. Or is that Artem? We're waiting for everything to cycle through, ladies and gentlemen. And we are back. I apologize for everything for the drivers. And it looks like Artem has pulled it out into P1. He is leading the race. We have yelled. Jamie Morrison looks to be spun at the start here. He looks like he dove into the pits. Curious on what happened there. As we see the Porsche, the black and green Porsche there of one of the drivers. He is hipping and scopping all over through that. Looks like that's Asby. He's trying to make something happen as we've dominant square all over the back, and Tuda is now all over the back of Lane Zander, trying to reel him in that McLaren. Tuda showed pace all day as the lights are starting to drop here at the Monza circuit. There we see Farmer. He's right behind Reckler. Looks like there's a little bit of an incident out of the back end of Ascari. AJ Silva moving out of the way. Peter David's being attacked by Buckley. Looks like Tom Castellani moves out late. Farmer's definitely trying to make something happen on Louis as we see Josh Kimball down on the inside of, looks like to be Tim Wilkins as the Lexus driver is making it through. He's going to be needing his lights here very shortly onto the main straight of Monza. We see Brian Douglas ahead of him as these drivers are still battling it out and trying to stretch it as they go through. The power of that Honda is definitely pulling on him, and we definitely see, looks like dominant square trying to look at Alejandro Martinez. Looks like, oh, Azarf Asby, is he going to try it on the inside? He does try it on the inside and collects up to another car. Come on, Azarf, you know how this all plays out. You're not supposed to do that. As we go through, as Azarf just spun it, trying to get out onto the main track, but now we're going to jump up to P3. Keyboards, and let's go. Sword and keyboards, Mr. Owens, how are you, sir? As Tuda's now looking on the inside of Zander in that McLaren. This is going to be for P2. Zander's definitely trying to make something happen as he goes through here. Now onto the back straight. Ooh, as they catch a little bit of dirt, the sparks are flying up, ladies and gentlemen. This is nighttime racing for you. The sparks, the glamour, the flare as we go through here. Can Farmer make it happen? We know he has the pace to get up into that top 3. Can he reel everybody back in as the nighttime develops, as they go through? The Ferrari duo of Reckler and Farmer definitely making it work. And look at the exhaust glow. The sparks are up in the air. Oh, look at this beautiful run on Louis in that BMW. Farmer's going to try to make something happen. Farmer's looking on the inside. Beautiful camera shot right there. Ooh, as we see him get blown right past into the parabolica. Now look at he pulls away in that Ferrari. What a beautiful shot right there as Matt Artem has set the fastest lap here at Monza. 2.2 off the pace of Xander. As everybody's starting to reel themselves in and settle themselves down here in this race. Go through here. Here goes Farmer. He is still trying to make something happen as Louis is now starting to fall behind a little bit. Tire track temps are still 20 and 20 as they go through. Carbonado, yo, I'm back. Yes, welcome back, Carbonado. As we start to see, now let's take a look as we see Reckler's flashing his lights. He's trying to see what he can do here with Louis to let him know. He's like, hey, bro, I got the pace. Let me do it. We'll jump back down with Tim Wilkins in that Honda as he's following Alejandro Martinez. He's trying to salvage a little bit of what he can as he goes through in this race. Pretty sure Carbonado heard everything and anything that has happened in this whole entire race as they go through. On the double right here, they go through the back half of the straight chute as they work their way down. See AJ Silva, Stefan Buckley right there. He's trying to work his way up as well. He's sitting P14. He's trying to do a last first as they go through. Here, Peter Davids on the new driver of Snug right. Oh! Tim Wilkins does a switch on Alejandro Martinez. What a beautiful move. Oh, wow. I thought that was going to be a little bit more than something more there, but he made that stick. Here comes Silva. He's making a run on Alejandro Martinez. Alejandro Martinez definitely getting swapped up, but here comes Stefan Buckley. Alejandro Martinez is now going to go on the inside. Buckley is going to have to check up, but Martinez is going to get a beautiful run on Silva for this battle back in P13, 12, and 14. But can the Audi of Buckley make a better run on it as they go side by side here? Down the main straight into turn 1. Who's going to outbrake and who's going to try it? Does not look like anybody's going to try it. Looks like Silva's kind of starting to get a little squirrely on that front end as he's going into the brakes there. As we go through, now we're going to jump back up for this battle for P2. 2.2 off the pace of Xander. He's going to push all that he possibly can with Casey Bennett P4 and Farmer P5 as Farmer set the fastest lap in P5. Here they go. Oh, Tuda looking super racy. He is all over the back end of that red McLaren trying to make it work here. So we see it is getting darker and the lights are coming out for these drivers as they work their way through. Tristan San Luis is probably going to be all over the back end of Farmer. He's about 0.6 off the pace as these drivers are working their way through. Stefan Buckley now 0.2 off the pace of AJ Silva. We'll be jumping over there to them here very shortly. But can Tuda reel him in before they get onto the main straight? It doesn't look like it as we're going to switch back over to, oh, look at this battle. Buckley all over the back of AJ Silva. Alejandro Martinez has dropped back about 2.4 seconds. He is losing it. But Peter David and Tom Castellani, as this battle starts to develop even further down in the grid, the Aston Martin looking super strong. Looks like Tom Castellani left his blinker on in the Honda as he's trying to make something stick. And look at the power and the speed of the Honda on the Aston Martin. He's going to switch to the inside to make it stick. Now Peter David's going to look on the Porsche as well, but he doesn't. Tom's going to go for a shallow send on the inside here of Snug Rhino. He's going to make it stick. What a wonderful job there. Here, as we have 15 minutes left to play, and there's so much that's going on here, everybody. Just want to say a huge shout out to all the viewers that stuck with us during this race and decided to watch with us. It is truly an honor to have you all through. As we now see James Parks, Alan Zhu all over the back end of Alan Zhu's going on the outside, inside, now coming up to the chicane here. James Parks covers the brakes, shuts the door on Alan Zhu. The McLaren driver definitely making it work with 51 minutes left to play as they come through. Kevin Tarrant's definitely looking. We're going to jump back up aboard because Louis is all over the back end now of Reckler. Reckler got past Louis, but Louis looking super strong in that BMW as they come through onto the back straight. What can he do? Tuda is now 6/10 off the pace, and Louis flashing the lights at Reckler, saying, hey, you flash the lights at me, I'm going to flash the lights at you. As they come through down into the final chicane, final corner of the Parabolica, the BMW goes. Can he get a beautiful run? He runs it a lot tighter, and it looks like Reckler left his blinker on. Louis still flashing his lights, trying to get him to be like, hey, I'm faster than, get this, out of the way. Excuse my language, ladies and gentlemen. As they come through, Louis definitely looking to make something happen, but Reckler definitely doesn't want to let the Farmers now 5/10 off the pace of Casey Bennett. So now we're jumping forward with Farmer, as this is Ember's fan base, as well as Carbonato's with Casey as his dad here in this battle, as Casey Bennett is going to try to look to make something happen. Farmer's going to switch over to the inside, but Bennett's going to make his car 5 miles wide. Now, Farmer's definitely going to have to understand. Now, as the pit window is open, we saw a car spun there. Who is that? Is that Tuda? I believe that possibly could be Tuda, who now sets the fastest lap. Nope, Tuda is through. It is Xander, everybody. Our original P2 driver has fallen back. He's fallen back to Reckler and Louis, so this McLaren driver is definitely going to have to... Ooh, Louis touches the back end of Reckler. You can see it in the background. Oh, Louis trying to get through. As now we see Farmer definitely trying to make something happen and get past Casey Bennett. As Casey Bennett shooting the sparks up at him. Tell him, hey, you want a little some of this? Here, take some sparks with you. As that diffuser is getting shredded and sent right up to him. As they go through onto the back straight, the pit window is open, the timer is counting down, and the drivers are racing, everybody. We still have 23 drivers. Sadly, Jamie Morrison has dove into the pits, as well as the drivers are going through here onto the back straight. Let's see, Farmer still not making it happen. This is for P3, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Farmer's getting a run. He's going to look. He's going to try it on the inside. Casey Bennett's going to cover. Farmer's going to shoot deep. Now is Casey Bennett going to be able to switch back on Farmer? He doesn't, so now Farmer's going to be able to pull. But the question is Casey Bennett going to be able to reel him back in? He does. He checks on the outside. Farmer's definitely looking on the inside. Alejandro Martinez is the first to pit, which is definitely interesting here on the race. Casey Bennett looking to make something happen. Farmer's covering the inside, making his car 5 feet wide as they come through the second chicane. Lane Xander all over the back of Tristan San Luis as they make their way through. As they go. Ooh, Farmer getting a better run out of that corner as he... Ooh, Farmer loses it! Farmer saves it, but this is going to hurt him a little bit on his pace, kid, and onto the main straight, possibly, as we see Casey Bennett trying to reel him in as much as possible. Ooh, Farmer catching the dirt, trying to make the car 5 feet wide as he comes through. Will he lose it here through Ascari? As he comes through, he's looking super strong, but the back end hasn't snapped on him as he's making his way through. What a beautiful battle here we have for P3, as Tuda still has the fastest lap, and Matt Artem is leading the race here. Farmer trying to make something happen with the brakes and the run here in this race as we approach into a nighttime battle. As we go through here onto the main straight, we're definitely going to be dropping down and taking a look at some of the other drivers and seeing where they're at. let's jump down to Lane Xander, who is partially trying to catch Tristan San Luis. And we have Reckler and Louis still battling it out in the background. Brian Douglas all over the back end of Josh Kimball. As we see Brian Douglas in that all blacked out Bentley, which he definitely sent out a livery pack. Haven't gotten it yet as they work their way through. So as the drivers are developing into the night, we'll definitely see what else is going to set up. But we have Snug Rhino all over the back. He has Kevin Torrance all over the back end of him. Kevin Torrance is going to take a look on the inside. We also got Peter David there and Alan Zhu. So the 3 Porsche drivers. Ooh! Snug Rhino misses his brakes. Didn't want to rear end him. Blows through the corner. Good on you. Good on you, sir. Good on you, letting them through. What an amazing show display of driving. What an amazing, I have to give hats off to you, good sir or lady, depending on how you're driving. As Tom Castellani's going to try to capitalize this, as Alan Zhu did. He's going to try the inside. He does. He makes it stick in that Honda. Now here comes James Parks in that McLaren as he's working his way back up. Now let's take a look and see what we've got up here. As this is developing, Casey Bennett 0.6 off the pace. Lane Xander, he is now 0.3 off the pace as he's trying to reel in Tristan San Luis in that BMW as they work their way through. I'd like to hear from the viewers. What's your thoughts on the race so far as everything is starting to develop here as we go through? And Rhino is still on the back end of Tom Castellani here. It shows that he is about 0.6 off the pace. They all come through Ascari here, and the race is just falling in and looking beautiful as they go through. Peter David looking super strong. He's trying to get that P14. Kevin Torrance trying to get that P15 spot here for the points as they come up to the Parabolica here in the race. And Snug Rhino goes super wide. Oh, it's going to cause James Parks to catch up on the brakes. Ooh, that was a little bit of a tight one right there, ladies and gentlemen. As they go through, as Casey Bennett's 0.3 off the pace. He's coming into Ascari. He's got the run he needs. The exhausts are glowing. The lights are on. And he is flying, everybody, as he's coming through. Oh, I apologize. That was the second chicane. As they're coming through the double right-hand turn, this battle for P3 can develop even more as the drivers go through. As Lane Xander is 0.1 off the pace of Tristan San Luis, which is looking the same as drivers of 3 and 4 as their battle develops. And here comes Xander down on the inside of Tristan San Luis up to Ascari. Can he make it stick? He's going to try, but Tristan San Luis says no thank you and have a nice day as he pulls away in that BMW, going super wide. We're going to jump back up with Casey Bennett. Casey Bennett now gets a run up to the Parabolica in the BMW. Can he make it stick? As the Ferrari goes a little bit wide there, he's going to try to get the run with the BMW onto the main straight here. Here we go, Ferrari, BMW. V8 straight 6, twin turboed both. Onto the back straight they go. The BMW is trying to make it look. He's going to try to do a switchback, possibly outside, inside. Farmer's going to cover the inside. Casey's going to try the outside. Down into the braking corner. Farmer is going to slot a little bit over there to make his car 5 more feet wide as they come through. But is that going to mess up Farmer's line? It doesn't mess up Farmer's line because now Casey Bennett's going to have to try to rework his way through. Waldeman 3 says, nice night race. It is a beautiful night race as we go through. The restart is, I believe, is what exactly needed to happen, and it is definitely happening. As Carbonell goes, let's see Casey. It's definitely going to be a fan favorite for him as well as we go through. Let's take a look and see what the next closest battle is. We have Alan Zhu on Rhino. Looks like Alan Zhu possibly had a little bit of an issue. We're going to drop back real quick and see how this is going to develop. And there's James Parks. The 2 Porsches go side by side. Ooh, Alan Zhu catches a little bit of the curve. James Parks has to go a little bit wide. Beautiful paint scheme by Alan Zhu on that ARC developed Porsche body as they go through here. And on to the second back straight as they work their way through. And Tuda is chasing down Artem. He is 2.829 seconds away and off the pace. As this is starting to develop in the background, ladies and gentlemen, I understand that there's a massive battle up front, but right now we are following these guys because this is super close and anything can happen right here. And we see, oh, Tom Castellani could get a run on the Porsche of Kevin Tarrant, and it looks like he does, so he's going to try to make something stick in Ascari, and Kevin Tarrant covers the inside, which is going to force Tom Castellani to check up right behind him and make sure that nothing's going to happen. And here they come through Ascari. It looks like Tom missed his braking mark. He's going to shoot super wide. He's going to power slide. He manages to save it, thankfully. Loses it through Ascari, but now he's going to have to wait for the whole entire field of the pack to get through. What a shame there as Alan Zhu. As now everything is starting to bunch up on Alan Zhu and Rhino here. As Alan Zhu is trying to get past Rhino with James Parks in that battle right behind him with Dominant Square. So we have a massive battle in the backpack. James Parks trying to do a weird slingshot maneuver with his McLaren, but the Dominant Square in that BMW is trying to make it stick as we go through. So let's ride along board Alan Zhu and see how this looks. What an amazing race between these two drivers, showing each other equal amount of space. Oh, that was a butt clincher moment as the number 15 car is off the track. Who could that be? Number 15 is Lane Zander. He lost it. He is waiting for all the rest of the cars to make it through the track so he doesn't catch any issues with some of the drivers. As we see AJ Silva coming through, he's going to be the last one, and Lane Zander is going to have to spin and go through. That means Lane Zander is going to fall all the way down into the P15 spot. Oh, and here comes Peter David. He's going to wait for him. He's trying not to get into the way. Thank you very much, sir. Truly, truly amazing driving out of you, good sir. As Reckler is sitting there, he's going to try to make something with Louis as this all develops here. Let's see what we have. We have Alan Zhu still all over the back of Snug Rhino. He's trying to make something happen here. And it looks like Dominant Square's managed to help it. And Alan Zhu definitely gets past Rhino. But the question is can Rhino take the fight back? We have 39 minutes left to play with 29 minutes to go. As we go through, the temperature's dropped 1 degree Celsius. Alan Zhu's going to cover the inside to make something stick as he lets Rhino through. Now here comes James Parks. He's going to cover the inside on James Parks as they come down into the Parabolica. As they come around, Rhino's looking super wide. Here comes the bend onto the back straight. Here we go. James Parks looking super racy. He's getting a beautiful run. Can he make it stick? Oh, he makes it stick on Rhino, but will Rhino outbrake him? Because now we have Alan Zhu. He's going to get swapped up by the draft. Will Rhino lift a pinch? James Parks covers the brakes. Alan Zhu swips over. Rhino's going to let him through. He's going to have to check up right behind him. So James Parks making moves. What an amazing race. Tom Castellani is in the pit. Lane Zander's falling back to 21, but it is still salvageable. He could probably pit early and try to do a last stretch. And see where he pits through as Walt's Band 3 says, I love that driver review. It is beautiful as we start to see close battles of these drivers as they go through. As we see Lane Zander has dove into the pits as they went through here. As well as, ooh, James Parks looking super racy here. He's trying to make it stick. We'll give Waldebane a little bit of a shot here in that camera crew that he wanted to see. Ooh, wow, he's definitely got the brakes on. We see Rhino all the way in the back there as well. Ooh, Reckler, the first front driver diving into the pits is Stefan Buckley. Now trying to make his way on Tim Wilkins here, the P10 driver, as Tuna now 2.5 seconds off the pace of Artem as they make their way through here. As they go through, it's James Parks, Rhino, and Alan Zhu all in a freight train with each other in this race. Looks like Casey Bennett, excuse me, I apologize, ladies and gentlemen, has fallen back a little bit. to the drivers here as they come through. Xander broke the brake pedal on that spin. Oh, what a shame, Xander. Breaking the brake pedal. If you like, you're more than welcome to join us here into the commentator booth if you would like, good sir. As we have Buckley, he is still working on Tim Wilkins. He's about a second off the pace, but gets an interesting run on him. The Honda definitely has a lot of that top-end power to get him out of that corner and get him moving to where he doesn't really have to worry about a whole lot of issues here in this race. Let's see what other close battles we have. We got Rhino on. Oh, looks like Reckler is coming out of the pits. Rhino on Azra. The two Porsche drivers trying to make it stick. As we have a yellow, number 30. Looks like Snug Rhino had a little bit of an incident. He spun a little bit. But, hey, it's still a long race. Anything is possible, and anything can happen here. As we see Stefan Buckley. Where are you, good sir? Here you are. You're starting to make the work on the outside of Louis. Ooh, Louis gets front-end damage. He's going to have to dive into the pits and service that here in this night race. What a shame there. Welcome to the viewers. Welcome to everybody who's joining in and watching GT Meister Racing. It's truly an honor to have you guys all here. If you like what you see and you'd like to join the Discord, check out the link that is in the chat right now for you, ladies and gentlemen. And Louis and Silva is in the pits for their repair. For their repairs as Jay Parks dives into the pit. As we see, Tim Wilkins is now all over the back end of Brian Douglas. Honda versus Bentley. Brian Douglas, we talked to him in the GT Meister Racing newsletter. We were asking him how he's doing with the Bentley and if he feels like he's made a wrong move by switching over, as Tim Wilkins sends it super deep and completely blows that corner, but gives up the position and lets Brian Douglas back. Now here comes Stefan Buckley. He is saying, hey, no, you can't go anywhere. This battle's continuing. He is all over the back on this Honda as he's trying to make it work and sticks. As Dominant Square dives into the pits as well ahead of James Parks. Stefan Buckley trying to stretch that track limit there to get a little bit further, as Tuda 1.5 seconds off the pace of Matt Artip, as this battle for P1 is starting to reel in the positions as they go through. And here they go through Ascari. As Farmer dives into the pits. So we'll definitely see where he cycles out and how this battle is going to develop as we reach the midway point, close to the midway point in this race at Monza. As Tim Wilkins, that Honda definitely moves down the back straight. He must have planned it out for his car. This is the car that we're using here at Monza. This is the one that we're running here at Monza. As we go through, Josh Kimball sitting himself P6 in that Lexus. Tristan San Luis, a driver we haven't really talked about, he's dived over to the pits as well. As Stefan Buckley dives in the pits, trying to do an undercut strategy on the two drivers ahead of him, hopefully to make something stick. As Tim Wilkins gets a beautiful run. Now Tuda is all over the back end of the leader really fast. The question is, what did Tuda do, or I mean, what did Artem do to allow Tuda to get a very big rally and catch up to him here in this race? The Ferrari driver of Tuda, Mathis Tuda, is looking super racy as we go through here. Definitely keep an eye on everybody else as they go through. Tim Wilkins is still all over the back end of Brian Douglas. Mathis Tuda trying to make something happen as they go into the final Parabolica bend as they come around here the corner. What can the Ferrari driver do as they work their way through? Five tenths back. This is for the lead of the race, ladies and gentlemen. Artem covering the inside. Looks like Matt Artem must have spun. Doesn't look like he has a whole lot of damage on his car, which is good for the Audi driver. It means he's having a very good and solid race as he's going through and on to the sector 2 as they, Coming up to Sector 2 here in the other chicane, the second chicane. It's the nighttime drops. So I'm starting to lose my voice as Asby should be coming out of the pits here shortly. Looks like James Parks has called it a day and he is going to be retiring. Don't see him coming back out of the pits. What a shame there. Curious if he's had a lot of damage here in this race. So we see Tuda still trying to make something happen. We're going to switch back over to Tim Wilkins because he is all over the back end of Brian Douglas. Looks like he made it past Brian Douglas in a move. We were a little bit late there. We're going to, let's just jump back 30 seconds and see. Oh, down into turn 1. The Honda driver makes it stick on the back straight there. The Bentley driver tried to cover, but he knew the pace was a little bit off. What a good run that Honda driver of Tim Wilkins did as he made it through. A little bit spicy racing that he did occasionally, but he managed to make it stick. As we go through here, we're going to wait for the replay to finish as we get back into the action here. As we go through. So, looks like Douglas is trying it back on the inside, coming up to Ascari. The wipers are on Brian Douglas's car. I think he must have pressed the wrong button on his rig as he's coming through. Now, Farmer is the newest of the fastest drivers that have yet to pit. That just pitted for tires is number 47, which looks to be Tom Castellani, and the Honda lost it in Ascari. So he's probably waiting to make it back in. Now let's take a look at Farmer, see where he's doing. He's coming down the hill. He's got Allen too that still needs to pit. He's just entering Ascari, and Tuda 288 is on the back half of the track as Josh Kimball dove into the pits. Tim Wilkins is going to stay out. Brian Douglas is going to stay out. So those drivers are definitely going to keep pushing. We see Dominant Square in the background there, as well as they make their way down the main straight into the first chicane as they go through. As we see Peter David is dove into the pits. Let's see. There's Peter David in the pits. Kevin Tarrance is going to stay out. Tuda and Artem are going to stay out as well. Definitely what a beautiful battle we've had and a race so far this season. And this race as well, ladies and gentlemen, as they work through. The newcomer definitely showcasing his pace. Looks like we have a yellow sector. Yep, sector 3. Looks like Tom Castellani again here. Definitely interesting to see what happened. Probably roasted up his tires and lost it a little bit, and he's pulled off the track. Something must have happened here in this race. He's moved over. And now we have Tuda in the pits. Artem's going to stay out. We have 28 minutes left to play with 18 minutes on the pit window strategy as we go through as he's into the pits. Now here comes Farmer. We got Farmer in P8. He's trying the undercut strategy to see if it will work. The track's only dropped 1 degree Celsius here compared to everybody else. We got a little bit. See how all of this plays out as well. Let's see. Rhino is in the pits. So let's just cycle him down a little bit. Josh Kimball is in P10. He slotted himself still behind Tristan San Luis. Reckler is about 7.1 seconds off the pace with him. Casey Bennett's in the pits. So if we base this off right now, we've got Farmer, number 93. He is just coming down the back straight up to the Parabolica. Curious on what the time's left of him. And Rhino gets a 30-second stop go. What a shame on him for the start of this season. As Tuda is coming out, looks like he's going to beat out Casey Bennett here in this event. Now here comes Casey Bennett. Casey Bennett's coming out of the pits. Where is Farmer? Farmer is right behind him. He's going to leapfrog Farmer. Oh, and he's got Alan Zhu as a defense in front of... Oh, what an amazing move by Casey Bennett, stretching out that pit. So now Farmer's definitely going to have to double time and work and try to make his way past Alan Zhu here in this race, which Farmer is a little bit quicker then Alan Zhu in this Ferrari, as they are definitely trying to make their way happen and make things work. Let's see what else we have. So Artem still has yet to pit. Wilkins still has yet to pit. Douglas still has yet to pit. Kevin Tarrant still has yet to pit. And Alan Zhu still have yet to pit. So this, it doesn't matter if the driver still has to pit or not. This is still a race for battle here as we follow along. Farmer's going to try to send it up on the inside in this corner. He's going to make it stick. And good move on Alan Zhu, definitely keeping an eye on his mirrors, and Farmer is racing to try to catch Casey Bennett here in this race. Definitely like to see where the leaders are going to start pitting here in this race, because Tuda's already pitted, so we know Tuda is in the lead, right? It would be in the lead, but the question is, when is Artem going to pit? That is a massive question. 414. Now he's on the back half coming up to the Ascari section. Down the back straight up to the Ascari section. Farmer definitely looking super racy as he's trying to make something stick with his car. Casey Bennett in this BMW looking super strong, trying to make it all come into play here as we go through. Let's take a look and see what else we have. Number 11. Where is 11? Tristan San Luis. He's a slow driver. He's allowing Josh Kimball through as they're checking up right behind him. And the leader there, Matthew Artem, is following right behind them as they come through. Ooh, Matthew Artem is in the pits. So now the question is when is Tim Wilkins going to dive into the pits? Tim is on the back straight. Brian Douglas is on the back straight right behind Tim. Kevin Tarrant is working his way through here. Now the question is, where is Farmer in correlation to Casey? Casey's working his way out up to the double right here and around the bend. The nighttime's falling. The temperature is looking still good here at 19 degrees Celsius. Track is cold but yet still warm. Alan Zhu dives into the pits. As we have a yellow, it's number 64 of Asby. He is lost a little bit on this back straight here. Definitely see where it happens here as Asby looks like he moved out of the way for the drivers, which is good. Thank you very much, good sir. As we see Farmer now still trying to make something happen as he's chasing down Casey Bennett. Now Matt Artem is still in the pits. He's coming out. Now where's Tuda? Tuda is already past him, so Tuda's going to leapfrog Artem here for P1. But Artem knows that it's not going to really matter because of where they're at and everything else like that in points. He just needs the points to be able to reel in. Now here comes Farmer catching Casey. So this battle is going to be big. This is going to be for the P3 overall in this race here with 23 minutes left to play. Asmi's diving into the pits for some work as AJ Silva's going to be 6/10 off the pace of Buckley as they work their way through here. Douglas is going to be cycling down here. He's definitely going for the pit strategy there. So we have 23 minutes left to go with 13 minutes left to play in the pit window. Here comes Farmer on the back straight. He's right there. You can see him. Definitely not close up, but we're going to jump down to AJ Silva in this Stefan Buckley battle as these two guys are battling out, and now Brian Douglas, the other Bentley driver, are starting to reel them in, ladies and gentlemen, as they come through. See the 912, which is probably Kevin Tarrant in that Porsche. He's probably going to be diving in the pits very, very shortly. If not, this is definitely going to hold up the main guys. As we start to see, now here comes Casey Bennett. He's got the 64 car of Asby. Now the question is Asby going to stay out of the way? Asby does stay out of the way. Farmer goes super late on the brakes, super deep. Farmer's going to try to reel in Casey as much as possible here. And it looks like Casey gets him through the first turn and manages to pull a little bit of a gap and lead out of them as they come through. You know, I love night races. They're amazing, but I'm starting to feel like I only love them as a driver. As a viewer, it seems as if you guys don't really see a whole lot. But here they go through. Farmer is definitely on a resurgence race and trying to make something happen here because he knows where he was at originally with Casey as they come through. Still have 20 minutes left to play. Everybody's kind of settled in. Farmer wants that podium. He started, you know, he came out telling everybody prior to the pre-race, he's like, I'm going to get my win. I'm going to get my podium. And there's a chance that he can do that here at Monza at the start of the second half of the season to try to resurgence here with the Ferrari. But can he do? Cagness says, okay, race is over. I'm back. What race, Cagness? What race were you watching other than this one? As we start to see him and they are working their way through up to the Parabolica. Farmer gets a beautiful run on the BMW. Carbonato's probably freaking out, telling his dad, this is where you got to watch out here, watch out there. As they come through, Farmer's definitely looking to make something happen. As we come through, he's going to get a beautiful run. Is he going to send it? Looks on the inside. Oh, he sends it super deep. Oh, as they go through, Casey lets them through. He knows he can still work his way back up. So we jump back down. Stefan Buckley, he's going to make their way back up. Oh, there's a 4-5-way battle, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Tim Wilkins covers the inside. AJ Silva, Stefan Buckley. Oh, Tristan San Luis and Brian Douglas. The fight for P7 has never looked any bigger as they come through. What a freight train we've got going, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Brian Douglas, he's making moves on Tristan San Luis. He's going to try the inside. He's going to make it stick on the BMW driver. But AJ Silva's going to have to cover his brakes here in a second. Brian Douglas goes super late. Wow, what an amazing battle. We missed this out here as the drivers make their way through. And around the bends they go. Cagness says, well, I'm actually attending one. I had the voiceover here through my mobile. But we're testing 50% online lobbies at F1 2022. Well, that's awesome. I hope you have a blast, good sir. But now the battle continues here at the Temple of Speed Monza with the ACC team of GT Meister Racing as Stefan Buckley switchbacks on the inside. He's going to try to fake him out, but it doesn't work as he comes through here. Oh, he's getting a beautiful run. Can he make it stick? Oh, they break match down into the right-hand turn. They're going to come up to a scar. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to ride along board with Stefan Buckley to see his point of view. Oh, beautiful run into a scar. You can see them making themselves work here as we switch over to AJ Silva. He's all over the back end of Tim Wilkins. He's going to take a look on the inside. Tim Wilkins sides on the braking right there, right in front of him as they start to work their way around here and onto the back straight that they go. Oh, AJ Silva loses it into the grass. He recovers. He crosses the track, hits the wall. His car is damaged. He's going to pull off to the side of the road. Looks like he lost a little bit when he was trying to slow down and brake. What a shame there for AJ Silva. He had a beautiful run. He's going to try to, and he dives right back in the pits. I'm not, you know, I completely understand as these drivers are working their way through. As we see, where is Tristan San Luis? He's got a lot of damage on the front end of his car as well as he's trying to make it stick and make it work. as we start to follow, and we'll take an eye on Casey Bennett. Casey Bennett looking super strong as he's still trying to reel in Farmer here in this race. Does not look like Casey Bennett is reeling in Farmer here in this race at Monza as we go through. Oh, what a shame by AJ Silva here in this race. Looks like we've got, let's see who we've got as the closest battle. Still looks like we have Wilkins. We have Stefan Buckley. We've got Wilkins right in front of him with Brian Douglas, all freight training through here, coming up to Ascari. But the one that we'd love to see is, where is it? P11. He's going to let Rhino through here in this race. He knows he has the damage, but, you know, hopefully he's able to recover a little bit as they come through. But Tristan San Luis is like, I still have pace here. Ooh, as he loses a little bit, he's going to pull off the side road. I think that's too much damage to even try to finish this race here. What a shame there for him as Louis is trying to make it recover his races. He's sitting P11. He had a lot of damage there. He had to serve that in the pits as well. Let's see here. Where are some of the closer battles that we have? Number 93 and 6. That's going to be Farmer and Casey. The top for the P3, P2, and P1 battle as they come through here. So we have 188. Let's take a look at that's going to be Alan Zhu with Alejandro Martinez. Alan Zhu's got that beautiful multicolored paint scheme body there in the light, and you can see that exhaust on that Porsche all lit up as the drivers are coming through. Alejandro Martinez, can he get a run on him on this back straight? Don't think he can, as the pit window is still open here in this race. It's super late on the brakes. The Ferrari goes. He gets a beautiful run on Alan Zhu. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like Casey Bennett's checked out from the Battle of Farmer here. But we're going to ride along board with our leader, Mr. Mathis Tuda, here in this race as he's walking through. Let's take a look. Where is, do we have a closer battle other than Alejandro Martinez? We do not. That seems to be the closest one. Stefan Buckley is 1.33 off the pace of Tim Wilkins here in this race. Take a look and see. Let's say 603. Mr. Tim Wilkins will ride along board him. Take a lap around Monza. Interesting lines we saw out of the Honda driver as he approached the racetrack to see how different he would attack it. As we see Stefan Buckley making a charge with the last 12 minutes as we go through. As Drew Coop 11 said, you cursed me with this newsletter, Exia. Honestly, Andrew Cooper, if you want to put the bad juju on me, I will take it. I am ashamed. I am sorry that I put the bad juju on you with the newsletter, and it is my fault. I will take the blame, Coop. I will take the blame. I'm sorry, good sir. But as Cagney said, the Honda engine sounds so damn good. The Honda engine does sound very good, but the only engine that you can love in Assetto Corsa Competizione is the Porsche engine, as it sounds the best out of all of them. It is so loud, you don't have to listen to your friends speak while you're racing. That's what's amazing. I blame you. That's fine. We've gone over this, Coop. I accept the blame. It was an outside commentator curse. But I also blame your computer equipment as well. But hey, look, you still have a chance overall in this championship fight to make something happen. I don't consider yourself out of this race at all, even though you missed one race. You still have a chance to make something happen here in this race. So don't freak out, honestly. But here we go through. Now let's take a look. Stefan Buckley is looking super racy on the back end of Tim Wilkins. He's 7/10 off the pace. This is the closest battle we have, ladies and gentlemen. As Casey Bennett has checked out behind Farmer. So that battle for podium, is out. Now the question is, can Stefan Buckley reel in Tim Wilkins enough? It seems as if the Honda has a strong enough engine here to keep them ahead and not make any issues here. As Brian Douglas, Brian Douglas is ahead of Stefan Buckley. Brian Douglas has left his thank you for the follow. Regatta Mato. Hey, thank you for the follow. Welcome to GT Meister Racing. You're just catching up with the last 9 minutes here in this race. If you like what you see, please join us on Discord. We have spots open. We can slot you into the season. We have 3 races left in the championship series. If you go there and click on to get the roles of ACC GT3, we can get you into SimGrid. You can check us out on SimGrid. There is a link there for the championship in the Discord as well. We'll get all that taken care of for you guys. We know we love you. We definitely want to see you all on track battling it out with every single person. Now the question is, can Brian Douglas focus with the wipers on the whole entire time with no rain? As we are getting close to midnight, it's 9:27 in game with 8 minutes and 38 seconds left to play with 18 degrees Celsius. Oh, we got a little bit of wiggle from Brian Douglas. This is the closest battle, ladies and gentlemen, and how it's developing. Tuda came out with the first race of the season with a win, which looks to be possibly a win. Here, as we see, Jamie Morrison has jumped back in. He's sitting in the pits. He's probably going to be spying to see where everybody is sitting in this race. And we just want to say hi to Mr. Jamie Morrison. We go through here. Let's take a look at the running order here in this race. Buckley is reeling him in. We're gonna stay along board, everybody, as we go through. I can tell you right now, Andrew Cooper, a McLaren driver that we have here, will forever no longer use our newsletter in game. As Cooper said, it's not the computer, it's something in ACC, because it's the only thing I've had a problem connecting with for the past 2 days, and it's doing it on my wife's computer with a try uninstall. I'm pretty sure you've done this. Try uninstalling the game fully, completely, and if you have a different hard drive, try installing it on another hard drive. And Stefan Buckley now over the back end of the Bentley of Brian Douglas, trying to make it work. This, ladies and gentlemen, is for a position for P8 as these two drivers are working through. For those that are watching in the chat, I have dropped in the link to SimGrid for those that would like to join. Stefan Buckley is going to try the outside. Brian Douglas is going to cover the door on the inside through Ascari. But can the Audi get a better run on the Bentley here? Stefan Buckley definitely getting away from the grass, staying stable, staying nice as he's racing through here, as he's approaching up to the Parabolica. He's going to go from the try to outside in. Douglas is going to cover the inside. As we see Louis. Is it Louis? I believe Louis is going to try on Peter David here as well in this battle. He's going to get a beautiful run on Peter David in that Aston Martin as they approach the Parabolica. Oh, he's going to make it stick. Peter David giving him a little bit of space. Let him slot through, but will the Aston Martin of Peter David get the reel in of Louis? Tristan San Luis has had too much damage. He had to back out, as we see. He's not there, so this is definitely going to be a battle for the P10 spot as it develops here. And Andrew Coop says, I did it twice, and I'll do it again tomorrow. Oh, well, good luck, guys. Mr. Coop had said in the voice chat, Coop, we wish you all the best as everything else. And a happy 4th of July to you, sir, out in Missouri, if I'm correct. I wish you all the best, good sir. As we see, Alan Zhu is now all over the back. He has caught Kevin Tarrant's. And the Porsche drivers going side by side as they both work their way through. Alan Zhu's going to try something on the inside coming around the corner. Oh, tries to fake him out with the braking and it works. Kevin Trantz overshoots the corner. Oh, Kevin Trantz loses it. He crashes. Oh, what a shame on Kevin Trantz. Oh, what a shame there for him. Looking super racy and super good and just loses the back end. Oh, that's where you got to watch out. As Farmer has now caught Artem. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be for P2. P3 now all over the back end of P2 with 4 minutes left to play as they're approaching Ascari. Dominant squares ahead of him. Farmer's going to check on the inside. He doesn't, but he checks out of the corner as they come through here. Through Ascari they go. The Ferraris are looking super racy. He's hoping to try to make something happen. Coming out of it, does not look like they spin. They have Dominant Square ahead of them. Coming up to the Parabolica. Ooh, Artem's covering the inside the best that he possibly can. He's going to get a run on Dominant Square. Dominant Square is probably most likely going to let them through on the inside. The slipstream is engaged. They're going to he's going to allow the BMW to punch a big hole for him as they come through. Question is Farmer going to make this 3 wide going into the turn? Ooh, Artem covers the door. Farmer's going to try it. He's got to check out as the drivers get on to after the first chicane. Dominant Square is going to move out of the way. Here comes Farmer through. Oh, Artem's definitely making it hard for Farmer to get that P2 spot. He's going to try to switch. You can see him making a little bit of wiggles as he's trying to increase the angle in which he attacks the corner to get the better run. As the Audi catches the dirt, we have 2 minutes and 52 seconds left to play. Through the double rights we go. Artem sitting P3 in this championship fight so far. Ooh, covers the brakes down in as they go. Farmer's looking super strong as he's trying to close them in as much as they can as they approach Ascari. Let's see who they got. They have Alan Zhu in front of them. So if they catch Alan Zhu in time, so you're talking a minute 50. This should be the final lap as they, oh, Farmer goes super wide. Farmer catches the, oh, Farmer catches it now, dominant square. He's going to try to make his way around him. He's going to have to let dominant square, he doesn't really have to, but without causing any issues, Farmer's going to have to either, you know, take the hit and accept third, or try to reel something back in with 1:40 some seconds left to play. Here, this should be, I'm guessing, okay,